Hello and welcome back to Life as It Is with me, Dora Middleton. In this segment, I asked the question, does receiving food stamps make you lazy? And the answer is absolutely not. We don't know what anyone's going through. We don't know why they're on them. There's a lot of people suffering in this world today. There's a lot of people not eating. There's a lot of people that work jobs that does not pay them much. They can barely pay rent. They can barely pay utilities. They don't have insurance. They have doctors' bills coming from every which way. And, these people sometimes have to figure out if they're going to eat or pay rent. And they have to have a place to live. So most times they don't eat, or they have to eat or get medication. Most times, again, they have to pay that rent and don't get their meds that they need. We don't know what these people are going through, and we should not sit here and try to judge anyone. Okay? There's not a person out there that can't say that they've fallen on hard times. Unless you're basically a millionaire out there, that's something totally different. But just normal people working a normal job, everyone has had some kind of times in their lives where they're like, wow, money's getting a little bit tight, because you've had a surprise situation. It has happened to everybody. All right. So there's no reason for anyone to be judgmental about the next person. And I'm not going to be one of those people, well, I don't want my tax dollars doing this and that for them. No, that's not me. That's not me. Okay. If a person needs help, they need help. And I don't have a problem with my tax dollars going toward helping anyone. If they need the help, then they should get it. People like the person I had discussed earlier should be ashamed of themselves, but I'm not even going to spend any more time on this lady. But to finish off this segment, again, as I stated before, you have people out here with college degrees that cannot get a job. Yes, it might be a lot of jobs that's available out there, but you have a lot of people that's doing the interviewing that's totally biased. They only hire people if they look a certain way, or if they're a certain color, or even if they sound a certain way. You have a lot of people in power that have a lot of ignorant ways, okay? So we don't know why anyone wouldn't have a job, but I would like to believe that most of the people that might be unemployed has run into situations to where it wasn't all on them. It's not their fault to where they might not have a job, because they might be looking. I have talked to a lot of people just in passing by at a store, and for some reason, people are very comfortable talking to me, and I can learn a person's life story in 20 minutes because they will tell. All I have to do is just listen. They feel comfortable talking to me, and I've heard a lot of stories about a lot of hardships that people have encountered in their lives. And some of them are so sad that you almost want to cry. But the thing is, I tell them, you know what, keep your head up because it'll work out. Just stay positive and always think positive and put positive vibes out there, and positive will come back to you. And just know that everything is going to be okay. I am not going to pass judgment on anyone. I'm not going to do that. Okay, but I know I said something about that woman that made that video saying that anyone that's on food stamps is lazy. I did make a comment about her when I said it seems to me like she's basically lazy herself, because she constantly continued to talk about people cutting her grass. And not one time did she say she made an effort to get up and cut her own grass. Okay, now that right there, ma'am, is very lazy. But anyway, in this segment, my goal was just to come on here and basically say what should have been said. Is that we don't know anyone's situation. I am not going to call anyone lazy for receiving any benefits because I don't know the situation. Okay, only they know it. And I feel that right now we're living in a world where people are so selfish. They don't want to help the next person. That's why everything is just in such an uproar right now. We are cold-hearted in this world. People don't care. There's no love, it seems like, in this world. And it's just pure hatred and ignorance that's floating around right now. And all I'm trying to say is that we need to change. Most of all, people need to start praying, because there are so many people out here that don't care. They don't care if the next person live or die. We are so cold-hearted to where when people need help, we will walk over these people rather than give them help. Not me. I help anyone and everybody that I can help, because I am a God-fearing person and I believe in helping others. But I'm talking about other people that just, if another person gets into some type of bind, they find the time to talk about them, call them out of their names, say how worthless they feel these people are. Who are you to judge? There's only one person that's supposed to be judging, and that's God up above. We don't have the right to judge anyone else. And who are we? We can't tell people why they shouldn't be able to get some type of assistance if they need it. We're just people that's looking through the window at the situation. We don't know what's going on. We just know, okay, there's 42 million people on food stamps. We do know that much. But we're just looking from the outside in. We don't know the whole story. We don't know why there's 42 million people on food stamps, but we know that it is. We don't know why, though. It doesn't make them bad people because they're on it, okay? The situation is bad that got them to that point, whatever the situation might be. So instead of people judging people, I feel that we all need to take a look at ourselves and see that no one's perfect in this world. Okay? No one's perfect. And if my tax dollars can go toward feeding someone and feeding some hungry children, I have no problem with that. And if there's anyone out there that does, then may God help you, because you really need help. Okay? I would like to thank the young lady that brought that video to my attention, because that's the reason why I did this segment. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. And as I stated before, I listened to quite a few of those videos, and all of them were a hot ass mess. But, it's her platform, it's her YouTube page. I can't control it, but I know what she does need to do, and that's unlock her comments and let people be able to come on her page and comment. If you're going to issue out that much hate and that kind of stupidity, let someone else come in and talk to you about what you're doing, okay? Let them comment on the video. That's the point. My videos, anytime you want to comment, again, I say this each segment, feel free to comment. I don't block anything off, okay? And if there's something you feel you want me to talk about, then leave that in my messages and I will read them and I will talk about that. Because again, there's no subject that I won't talk about on my podcast. Okay, so always remember that, and please remember that no matter what, I will always be open and honest in every segment. Okay. All right. I would like to thank everyone for joining me in this segment of Life as It Is with me, Dora Middleton. And until next time, take care.